again. It was all those birds eating our figs. That's why we have no figs. All the birds eat them. Is getting real, y'all. Okay, so for several weeks now, I've been like, I don't really have any symptoms. It's just like there's a person in my abdomen and that's about it. And that is not the case anymore. So it makes sense, I guess, because I am officially incredibly humongous and I get, are you sure it's not twins? Like 3 times a week, typically at Home Depot. I don't know. I guess people there don't really like know how to interact with women. Even though I get it from women sometimes and I'm like, really, man? Lady? Anyway, I'm huge. People have no problem telling me that I am either. And the next time I get the twins comment, I'm gonna freak out. Like, oh my God, do you really think it's twins? Do you think that there's one hiding there? So like, should I start crying and stuff and then see if they ever do it again? Don't think so. Okay. So the thing that sticks out in my mind is my pubic bone is splitting in half. So as you can imagine, it would be quite memorable. That being said, I've talked about it a little bit before. It started at like 20 weeks where I had that kind of like tightness or like strange feeling in my pubic bone. And it's only gotten worse to the point where I mentioned it to my doctor and she said it is most likely symphysis pubis dysfunction. So there's like the 2 parts of the pubic bone and then like cartilage, I guess, in the middle that connects them. And when you're pregnant and you have extra super tons of relaxin in your body like I do apparently, then they split open more. It hurts because your bones are gone from each other and they like to be together. So it got to the point this week where like I have had to figure out strategies for getting in and out of the car. Strategies, people. Like, I have to keep my knees together at all times. I stopped doing squats because that was making it worse, but other stuff makes it worse too. Apparently tailor sitting makes it worse. Basically all the things that like I want to be doing to prepare for birth make it worse. It got to the point where it was so bad I was in, I would say, excruciating pain like anytime I tried to move or walk, and it was specifically after I'd done some tailor sitting, so it wasn't just like just happened to be Sunday or whatever. Like I was doing certain things and after that I couldn't move without like screaming bloody murder. So I'll tell you what I did about it next week. Stay tuned, fellas and ladies and kids. I still have that like weird hip flexor, like pulled muscle kind of feeling thing. I don't really know how to explain it, but I have it. And it feels like someone put a muscle in my body right under my sciatic nerve and pulled it. That's what it feels like. I don't know how else to explain it. It's weird. It's not that bad. It just makes walking kind of uncomfortable and like, I don't know. Not nearly as bad as the pubis symphysis thing though. So I cannot breathe. That is a symptom. That's a symptom. So I cannot breathe well, like at all. I think a lot of it has to do with I'm 1,000 weeks pregnant, and a lot of it has to do with it's 1,000 degrees outside. So there's a couple factors here. That being said, I have to take breaths like that just to feel normal, and fairly frequently too. And I know I stress everybody out because they think I'm like sighing about something they did, and I'm just like, oh brother, I'm just trying to breathe. Just trying to breathe. Stop making everything about you. That's what I do. Because I'm already hot. I can't breathe. I can't walk. People are being bitches. So I noticed this week my linea nigra is like more prominent. It's not brown or anything, but you can see it for sure. And I would show it to you, except I'm wearing a dress. So I'm not gonna show it to you, but you can just take my word for it. I also don't have any stretch marks yet, thanks to my incredible stretch mark prevention routine that I outlined in an earlier video. I seriously can't breathe though. Let's see if I can get some oxygen from water like fish. No. Okay, so whatever, I complain about my symptoms plenty. So what I kind of been doing this week is freaking out that the baby's coming super soon. And I'm now due like next month, which month after next, whatever, seems like you have 3 of something. Being due next month, albeit at the end of the month, still kind of like, oh my God, he's coming. So I ordered a ton of stuff for the nursery. It was like, I wish there were nearly as many deliveries for Christmas as there were for this baby nursery extravaganza. However, we broke. So anyway, we pretty much finished the nursery. There's a few things we're waiting on, but for the most part, it's basically done. I will show you guys when it is done, whenever that is. And we spent like an entire day just like drilling things into the wall and like putting together like furniture that came in a box and stuff like that. So nursery's almost done. Whew. Okay, that was a big one. So I have all these like tasks that I need to get done before the baby comes, and I'm trying to get as much of it done now because in like a little over 2 weeks, I'm getting a huge load of work that I would like to get done before the baby is born. And I'm not gonna have like any time at all to do anything else other than work. So trying to do as much as possible now. So I basically finished the nursery. I also have been working pretty hard on my hospital bags. I made a big list and like all included all the stuff that I thought we needed and whatever. And I've been slowly like putting everything together and like going and buying stuff that we need, like nursing bras and stuff, which I probably won't even need, but I feel like I'm gonna need that anyway at the house. So I'm gonna just go get it now. And I have every intention of making some like brownies when I'm in labor or during my birthing time. And when I was at the beach last week, 2 weeks ago, sometime recently, my cousin made Slutty brownies. And you know, they're like, they have cookies on the bottom and then like Oreos and then brownie on top. And they were super easy and super delicious. And I felt like this is perfect for these nurses, right? So I've been kind of like tweaking that recipe and planning for that and everything. So almost ready for that. And yeah, I'm about to test pumpkin bread that I'm gonna do for my doula. Everything is like just incredibly simple. It's like mix stuff in a bowl. You don't even have to measure stuff. It's like put this in a bowl, put an egg in there, mix it, and put it in a pan. So if you think it's completely absurd that I'm planning on trying to do something during labor, then just keep it to yourself, because I don't need that negativity in my life. And I also made sure that I got recipes that my husband can make, just in case. So I've been thinking more about birthing time and what it's gonna be like and what I'm gonna do. And I made this like big cheat sheet for my husband, like all the things that I want him to remember that I probably won't remember, like the bags that we need to bring into the hospital, the bags that we can leave in the car with like pillows and breast bump and stuff. Like hopefully I won't need that, but maybe I will, so I don't know. And when I practice my hypno babies, I use an essential oil diffuser, and they say like if you use anything like that, it can really help with your like sensory memory. I don't really know, like your sensory association, I guess. I don't know, whatever. How you associate your senses with the mental state of deep hypnosis. Whatever it is, they say if you do that when you're practicing, then make sure that you take that with you for your birthing time. And so there's like instructions on that in the little cheat sheet and like all the different kind of like tools and stuff that he'll use with it in hypno babies, like how to move me to the car while still like maintaining that focus. So I did that this week. So I've been thinking more about birthing time and thinking more about the baby's position. And he's been head down interior for the most part for a long time, but he hangs out on the right. And according to spinning babies, the ROA, right occiput anterior position, is somewhat likely, especially for a first time mom, to turn into a posterior baby in labor. So I'm kind of like, fix that. So this week I've been working on fixing that and whatever, because I feel like I have the best shot at a super calm, just like uneventful birth. Like the most eventful thing should be the baby is born, not like some crazy interventions or whatever. So like to me, that's really important. And I feel like I have my best shot at achieving that if he is well positioned in advance of labor. So I'm doing like spinning baby stuff, and I ordered the spinning babies like workbook, and we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. One last weird symptom. I still have this like constant urge to like have everything be clean, but I'm so tired that like I don't want to do it. So I'm just trying to like bribe my husband and like my family into cleaning for me. It's not nearly as convenient as when oh my God, I'm so itchy. When I was like really nesting and like felt the urge strongly and also wanted to do it. So That's pretty much it, you guys. Like, I always think I'm gonna talk for like no time at all, and then I talk for a time. I'm just gonna cut this out anyways or whatever. Come back next week, see how I solve my pubic disorder. Okay, bye.